I want to share this because I think, well, like what Anne said, we are not looking to make everybody an engineering education researcher, but if you notice that I put the border of engineering educators here, and we work a lot with those from the social science, not just those from engineering. So I think we are very fortunate in, for the case of Universiti Teknologi Malaysia, we have a School of Education, and we work closely with them, especially through the Center for Engineering Education. But one thing that I noticed, perhaps in Malaysia and perhaps also in some places, I don't know about other places, but sometimes what we do in research is poorly translated into the practice. So I see, lately I have been re-examining where am I in this landscape, which is why I drew this. I don't think you stay in one place, you know, it's necessarily that you have to stay in one place. I think I started as just an engineering educator, then I went to an effective educator, scholarly educator, finally I went into SOTL, but then we have a PhD in engineering education program, which forced me to learn about engineering education research so that I can supervise the students, and I actually now understand the research better. And from my perspective, if we can get enough, I think if we can get enough engineering educators to understand about at least the scholarly practice, so that they can understand what is happening on the research parts to be translated into practice, that would be easier. But at the moment, we have a lot of training for the engineering educators in Malaysia. What I'm seeing is that if we do insert a little bit of theories, it's actually better for them to understand where things come from, instead of, say, looking at it as just activity after activity or practice after practice. Because in this way, with the theories, it allows them to, when something happens and things change, it allows them to have better knowledge and better understanding on how to change the way they teach based on the principles. So this is what we are working on as a society. We have our monthly, what we call as a coffee time talk, kopitiam, and breaking it into breakup sessions so that those practitioners can come in and talk to, and we talk about the theories and what are the principles that they can use in thinking about how to design the teaching and learning environment. We also have a group for engineering education research, those who are interested in research. But this is still early stage. We are, well, I'm hoping that, you know, even though the accreditation system use outcome-based education and people talk about constructive alignment, I think there still needs to be proper understanding about what constructivism is. In Malaysia, we talk about constructive alignment all the time. I think it's just the alignment, they don't really understand the constructivist part. So, yes, and our research output from our PhD students, I think even though they do publish, they have to publish if they want to graduate, but it's not translated well into practice. So we are thinking about how to disseminate because these are local research based in Malaysia, so it should be able to translate better. But I'm thinking about, through the society, maybe we can insert that through our coffee time talk, or have just webinars to have dialogues with our PhD in engineering education graduates. So yeah, our engineering educators do not read journal publications. So we need to do something else, disseminate through training, disseminate through, seminars like this, and hopefully, this is a good platform to get the scholarly or principles based information to all the other educators.
So this is where universities nominate particular academics that they think will be the future leaders in engineering education. They form a peer network, so they do activities together.